Valentine's Day tomahawk steak, surf and turf. Let's make it. Now we gotta prep the steak because we're gonna be cooking in a few hours. And steaks are one of those things that the longer you let them sit with seasoning on them and get up to room temperature, the easier and more evenly they cook. So
it's like wine.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, the nice thing about these is, like I was saying, unless there's like this huge fat cap here, you don't need to trim it down. Just make sure that there's no silver skin on here, nothing extra that needs to be cut down. Some of this like harder fat right here, you might want to trim down, but we're smoking this. So it's going to have a long time to render these fats. And then after it's been rendered inside the smoker, we're going to throw it on the grill and get a really nice sear on it. So it's going to render down further.
Oh, the baby wants steak.
You want some attention, son?
He wants attention.
You want attention, son? So for seasoning on these things, a lot of people will just go salt, pepper, garlic. And frankly, that's all you really need. Get yourself some coarse seasoning of some sort. I usually go with like an actual steak seasoning. And the nice thing about this is because it's so thick, all you got to do is just put it on there. You don't have to worry about over seasoning these. So I'm going to put on a pretty hefty layer of seasoning across this whole thing here. And I'm doing this, it is now 2:20. I'm not going to be cooking this thing until around 5. And that's it.
Oh.
Leaving that out at room temperature. And I'm going to let it sit there for the next couple of hours until we cook it.
All right, let's cheers to not me, not Hermione. Yeah.
The boy who lived, come to die.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
It's going to be tasty.
Is it juicy? Is it crunchy? So what's next?
Compound butter. This is what's going to go on the steak after it's done cooking so that it can kind of permeate into the meat. Permeate. We're going to need all of that. Do about that much. You can smell it. Smell.
Oh my gosh.
It's got like a really nice potent aroma to it.
It does.
You can smell that because some of the oils are coming out of it.
Mm. Let's roll it up. Roll it up, roll it up, roll it up.
And that's it. That's basically what it looks like right there. So what I'm going to do now is get some saran wrap out. And love, you want to open that for me, please?
Yes.
Now we just got to let it rest. And we'll be ready for later. Into the fridge, and on we go.
It's cold.
Oh, just here.
Come.
That's later. Oh, that smells good.
It does smell good.
This is dirty smoke, y'all.
That's dirty water.
That's dirty smoke. Yeah. No, it's dirty water.
Dirty water.
All right, Nutty Professor. This is it. Just getting started. But yeah, no, all those people that are like, oh, you've got just a toaster oven, blah 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 blah. I've done the offset smoker thing. Been there, done that, and it's wonderful, and the food tastes amazing. But I don't have the time, nor do I have the patience to babysit a fire. I would love to, but I just don't have time for it. So this is a nice compromise. Now we take it out, we put it on there. So it's already been sitting now for 2 hours?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, 2 hours. It's come up to room temperature. You guys can see it's definitely pulled out that moisture. The salt has worked its way in. Those garlic chunks and pepper chunks are nice and coarse, so they're going to be on the meat. It's going to work its way in. Let's go put it on there and let it start smoking. So we get it in here, and we're just going to let it sit and do its thing. Now, a lot of purists out there have a problem if you use a probe while it's cooking. I don't care. It's not for you. It's for my wife. Step 2, lobster.
Yeah.
One of your favorite parts. Yes. Not your favorite part, but one of your favorite parts.
Absolutely.
We live in Texas, and we have HEB. We're blessed with HEB.
Heb.
Heb. Here, everything's better. And we were able to get those to, what were they, maybe $9 a pop?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not bad. You get something like this out at a restaurant, it's going to be way more. What we're going to do with these is, it's really simple. I'm going to make a cut down the top, and then I'm going to put 2 little cuts down at the bottom here, open up the shell, and I'm going to pull out the lobster meat and just get it prepped for cooking. Now, when we actually cook these, what's going to end up happening is when I take the tomahawk off the smoker and I put it on the grill, while that's getting seared, I'm going to put these on the opposite side of the heat so that they can start getting cooked that way. I don't want to boil these. I don't want to smoke these or anything like that. I can, but I'm just going to put them on the other side, opposite to the steak. Get these prepped. I'm going to cut, like I said, down the top. All the way down to the tail, right there. And then make sure that I pop out that side and pop out the other side. Then I'm going to squeeze. You hear all that cracking, like somebody's back. Peel these open. And then I'm going to reach in underneath and just start pulling the meat out. It'll separate by itself. Slowly work it out of the shell. And then once I've got it all the way out, this is what those cuts to the side were for. Now I can fold the shell back underneath and just neatly and nicely lay that lobster meat right on top. You get it to balance itself. You spread out the tail, recenter the meats, and bam. We'll get those on the grill, like I said, when I swap over the tomahawk to my actual grill for the crust, and put those on afterwards. Next, mushrooms.
The mushroom.
Because in my opinion, no surf and turf is complete without sauteed mushrooms. Now, I have already cut up baby portobellos in there, but I also really love that earthy flavor, the umami, if you will, that comes from a full portobello mushroom. Rinse these off, get all the dirt off of them. And these are going to be really easy. You just slice them up. And Shibuya. And then, because I'm lazy, I spent the extra 50 cents and I bought the pre-cut ones. Those are all rinsed off. Get them in there. Great things about mushrooms, they cook down. Everybody thinks that you have to have these ready to go and everything like that ahead of time. What we're going to do now is start the cook down process. So they're all in here. I'm going to put them on the stove and I'm going to let them start cooking. No seasoning, no butter, no nothing. The reason for that is because I want all that excess moisture to cook out of the mushrooms. Once they're cooked down, then I'm going to add the butter, salt, pepper, garlic powder.
So now things are starting to heat up.
Yeah, when it's bubbling like that, just let it roll. Your son woke up from his nap. I wanted to hold him. This is the whole reason we do everything right here. Mushrooms have cooked down a lot already. They're about half the size of what they were before. We're getting there. All right. Now, take a look. That's where all that moisture went into. We're going to pour that out. We'll see what I mean here in a second. All right. And all those mushrooms that were up over the top, cooked down to that already. All right. So we've gotten all that extra moisture pulled out. This is where we start to go in with everything else. Stick of butter, salt, plenty of pepper, garlic powder. And this is what I'm talking about. You guys take a look at this. You're going to see like a layer of seasoning on these mushrooms. And last but not least, onion powder. All right. Now that butter is fully melted down, seasoning is fully incorporated. And turn the heat down to just about low and just let these roll.
Ooh, fire. So warm. What are we doing next, babe?
All right, so now we're prepping the charcoal because we're going to move the steak from the smoker over to the actual barbecue, and we're going to get a crust on it. So we are at the 130 internal. We'll take this off now, and we will wait for the grill to be ready. As soon as the grill's ready, we're going on there for the crust, and then as soon as the crust is done, we'll take it inside, let it rest, and it's ready to eat.
Careful, baby.
Always. I'm going to go ahead and put these on, and I'm going to put them in the far corner. Offset the heat. Let those start going.
Want a kiss?
Need a kiss. Two different things.
I love you.
I love you. Happy Valentine's Day, baby.
Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for cooking.
Always. It's my favorite thing. I will cook for you forever. All right, so now here comes the sear. We still got an active flame on this side. Set it on there. Oh my God, look at that, babe. And then these.
How are the lobsters doing?
Pretty close. I'm gonna move them a little bit closer to the heat now. Close the lid. Let those roll for about 4 minutes. So butter we worked on earlier is now set, ready. Put that open. Straight on steak. And then on top of the steak is going to go a little bit of foil. And now we let that rest for 15 minutes. God, it feels good out here.
How's the lobster look?
Perfect.
It looks perfect from here.
Yeah, exactly how we wanted it.
That looks bomb. Damn.
Delicioso.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for me to cut it?
Damn. That looks amazing.
Take a bite, babe.
Jesus. That's pretty freaking good, babe.
Mm.
Thank you.